Back at it with another one. It is 3:13 in the morning. No, I'm just kidding. It's actually 6:13 in the morning. And we have a bike ride. Then we're gonna do about an hour and 15, maybe an hour and 20 minutes on the bike. We're gonna go to our favorite spot and back. And then we're gonna talk about adding cross training into your run dominant training plan and some of the benefits of adding cross training. And then we're talking about my goals. Some of my goals in regards to my training plan and what I want to accomplish this year. So let's get into it. Seed. If you know anything, you know this is amazing. Let's see if I still got it. What's up? All right, so for me, after coming back a long trip, or just any trip in general, I don't like running. So hopping on my bike is probably the path to least resistance in my perspective. And yeah, I enjoy it. Today we're gonna take it easy. We're gonna do this in zone 2. And we're gonna go for about an hour and 15, maybe an hour and 20 minutes. And then we'll get back home and get some food.
So easy. That's so adorable.
Got back from our ride, hopped in the pool, and made some coffee. Now we're ready to discuss the point of today's video. Sorry for my voice because it's a little gone. I was partying in Vegas all weekend, so now we're back. We're back on track, and yeah, we're ready to go. For today's video, we're going to talk about two things. One, we're going to talk about the importance of adding cross training into your workout regimen. So if you're an avid runner, there's added benefits of adding cycling or swimming or other cross training activities into your training plan or your regimen. And then we're going to talk about some of my personal goals for my workouts. This week, we're going to have 3 new runners coming in. We're going to have the Saucony Endorphin Pro 3s coming in. We're going to also have the Rebel V4 from New Balance coming in as well. And then we're going to have the Saucony Endorphin Speed 4s coming in as well. We're not keeping all 3 of them. We're not keeping all, look at him, Popo. That's my guard dog right there. You know what they say, all bark, no bite? When you Google that, this is what comes up, him, my little puppy. And then they got my other one over there sticking his nose where it's not supposed to be. But yeah, what was I talking about? This is what happens when you have puppies. You just lose track of time and you lose your mind. Say it again? Yes, we're not keeping all 3 of them. Thank you, baby. Katya, Chief Executive Officer of Off-Season Projects, is right here. Yes, so we're not keeping all 3 of them, but I just wanted to buy them, to try them out, to try them on, to see which one I wanted to keep. I'm looking for a long run training shoe that's carbon plated. I know the Asics Magic Speed 4 coming out next month. I do plan on picking those up and reviewing those for you guys. But for my long runs, I'm planning on finding a shoe that's suitable that I can supplement with between my Adidas Prime X. Those are out the door, by the way. Those probably have another 50 miles and I have to replace those, which I'll replace them with the Magic Speed 4s, but I'm looking for an alternative as well. Enough yapping, let's get into the video. So I've been reading this book, Advanced Marathoning, as you guys know, by my guy Pete Fitzinger and Scott Douglas. Or if you're a beginner runner or you just want to improve your running knowledge, this is a great starting point in my opinion. It's very helpful. There's a section in the book that talks about cross training, and it talks about some activities that you can incorporate into your already current training regimen for your marathon, half marathon training plans. And it talks about the benefits of adding cross training into your regimen. And one of the things that I really resonated with, and the point that I want to drive home, is if you incorporate cross training into your training regimen for your marathon, then you're ultimately going to help yourself out in the long term in regards to the amount of wear and tear your body is going to take during that training block. For example, if you're an individual who wants to run only 70 miles a week, that is your capacity, that is what you know yourself to be capped at. Any more than 70 miles a week is bellwethers for injury, then cross training is a great supplement for you because it's going to help you out aerobically, so you're going to be able to increase your fitness, but the wear and tear on your body is not going to be the same as running 80, 90, 100 miles or plus each week. Hopefully that makes sense. Now, for me, I'm an avid cyclist. I enjoy it. I love it. I went on today, as you guys know. I try to do it at least once or twice a week, maybe even 3 times a week, depending on my training schedule. I love cycling and I love adding it into my regimen. And for me, 50 miles a week is my cap, that is my goal. And then adding in 100 miles of cycling is what I enjoy. If that means that I'm leaving gains on the table, I'm okay with that because I will much rather enjoy my workout than to suffer through it or even open myself up to the potential of getting hurt. So for an individual like myself, having cycling or swimming as a cross training will help you aerobically, and it gives you some freshness, mixes it up, but you're also still increasing your fitness level because it's not a walk in the park when you're cycling, and it's definitely not a walk in the park if you're swimming, if you've ever swam before. So it does add some benefit to your underlying performance. If I cycle, my running performance will decrease or my running performance will take a hit. No, it's not. Because if you're the individual who's already running 60, 70 miles a week and you're comfortable running those miles and you know innately that any more than 70 miles a week is going to open you up for injury, adding in cycling is only going to help you because it is not as detrimental to your body as running is. Predictability of you getting hurt is if somebody increases volume, so you're running 50 to 60 to 70 miles a week and you're also increasing intensity, you're doing 1 to 2 to 3 intensive workouts a week, that right there is a recipe for disaster, especially if you're not an elite athlete. So if you're a beginner or intermediate like myself, you have to take it slow and gradual. By adding in cross training, it helps increase the volume. Now, you won't have success as a runner if you do all your training on the bike, all right? If you do all your training as a swimmer. So it is the power of specificity. So yes, for me in my training plan, I run 4 to 5 days a week and I cycle 2 times a week, sometimes 3, right? And the goal is to become a better runner and then utilizing the bike to help me accomplish that goal. But I enjoy the bike. So it is a win-win because being an avid runner also helps me become a better biker, right? A better cyclist as well, because the wear and tear that I'm enduring on my weekly training as a runner, it translates directly to the bike because I'm able to become a stronger and more efficient rider, right? And if you are on the bike and you do decide to incorporate biking into your regimen, one of the things you have to incorporate, you have to make sure you're getting in quality sessions on the bike, okay? So let's say you supplement, let's say you are doing a recovery run, 4 miles for 30 minutes, and you really don't want to do that. You're like, I'd much rather not do 4-mile recovery. I would just much rather get on the bike. If that is the case, then you have to do an hour to an hour and 15 minutes on the trainer in order for it to be equivalent to 30-minute run. Downsides about being on the bike, unfortunately, is it shortens up your stride length because the rotational pattern on the bike is shorter than you are actually running, right? So that's why you don't spend all your time on the bike, especially if you're training for a marathon. If you're hurt, that's a different story. But if you're training for a marathon, the power specificity, you want to make sure that the majority of your workouts is specific to your event, running. Whereas biking, it's going to be a very nice complement. So therefore, you have to make sure you're not spending all your time. But one of the downsides about being on the bike is it does shorten up your stride length. So for me, what I do is once a week, I do a brick session, which is bike run in combination. I ride on the bike. Once I get done, I hop right on and I run for about 20 to 30 minutes, which helps me work on my stride length. keeping that running form, keeping that running motion. Now, this is just my 2 cents, okay? You have to go out there and figure out what works for you. I'm a big advocate of this because it is very enjoyable. But again, that is just my 2 cents. I'm putting it out there because I hope you're curious and open-minded like myself, and maybe incorporate cycling into your regimen to see how it benefits you. And if it does, let me know, because I'm curious to see if it helps you out as well. And if you're already implementing this into your regimen, let me know. All right, let's talk about my training goals this year. Some of you don't know, but I'm having a child soon. I'm having a child in December, and so obviously life is going to be different for myself. But I am trying to, at this point in my life, in this stage of my training, button it up, dot my I's, cross my T's, and make sure that I have a structured plan in place. So then when a child is in the mix, at least my training won't suffer because I already have it dialed in, right? And the goal is to run 50 miles a week and to cycle 100 miles a week. And that is the goal. Right now, I'm at 33. Last week we finished with 33 miles of the week, and then we finished with 80 miles on the bike. And so going forward, with the help of this advanced marathon plan, I will then revamp my training plan, and then for the bike, 2 sessions of 30 miles and then a long run or a long ride on the weekend. But yeah, a lot of that's going to have to be on the trainer. I'm still increasing my fitness level gradually and slowly. So that's why I bought this book, because there's training plans in here that are going to help me reach my weekly goals for my mileage. And there's also sections in here within the training plan that outline how you should cross train as well, which is nice. So I'm definitely going to follow this training plan and see how it goes for myself, and then adjust from there. And then lastly, like I said, those shoes are coming in this week, so I'm super excited to review those for you all. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. I mean, if you guys have any questions, just let me know. Shoot me an email. So yeah, let's have a conversation. I'll see you guys soon. Have a good one. Talk to you tomorrow.